My parents are forcing me to marry my best friend, ignoring my feelings and ruining our bond. Deep breaths. I've never thought I'd be posting something like this, but here we are. My world is crumbling and I feel trapped in a nightmare. My name is Maya, I'm 23, and I've always lived under the somewhat traditional, albeit gently enforced, expectations of my immigrant parents. They came to this country hoping for a better life, and they instilled in me a strong sense of family loyalty, community, and respect for their customs. I love them truly. Or at least I did. Now, I just feel a terrifying mix of fear and resentment. For as long as I can remember, my best friend has been Rohan. He's 24, and we met when we were kids, growing up in the same tight-knit community. We went to the same schools, shared secrets, weathered awkward teenage phases together, and always had each other's backs. He's my platonic soulmate, the person I tell everything to, the one who understands my obscure movie references, the one who knows exactly how to cheer me up when I'm down. Our bond is pure, unconditional friendship. He's like a brother to me, truly. And for years, our parents, who are also close friends, have watched our connection blossom with smiles and approval. That approval, however, turned insidious about a year ago. It started with casual jokes at family gatherings. Look at Maya and Rohan, always together. What a perfect match. Then it became more pointed. My mom would comment on how responsible Rohan was, how he'd make a good husband. My dad would nod sagely. I'd just laugh it off, or roll my eyes at Rohan, and we'd both dismiss it as typical parent teasing. But it wasn't teasing. It was a calculated campaign. Over the past few months, the jokes stopped. They started having serious conversations with me, individually and together. They told me that Rohan's family had formally approached them about a marriage proposal. They said it was time for me to get married, and Rohan was the ideal candidate. He's from a good family, has a stable job, he's an engineer, like my dad wanted me to be, and most importantly, he loves me. But I don't love him like that, I protested, my voice trembling the first time this really sank in. He's my best friend. We're like siblings. My mom just waved her hand dismissively. Love grows, Maya. You respect him, you care for him. That is enough. In our culture, this is how happy marriages are made. My dad was sterner. This is a good opportunity. An excellent match. You are lucky to have such a family want you. I tried to explain how this would destroy our friendship. How it would feel like a betrayal to both of us. How marriage requires romantic love and attraction, not just familiarity. They didn't listen. They kept saying Rohan was perfect for me. They started talking about wedding dates, venues, guest lists, acting as if my consent was merely a formality. The worst part is, I'm not just avoiding marrying Rohan because he's my best friend. I'm avoiding it because my heart already belongs to someone else. His name is Alex. He's not from our community. He's not that ideal match my parents envisioned, but he's kind, brilliant, and makes me feel seen and cherished in a way no one ever has. We've been secretly dating for almost a year. We were planning on telling my parents soon, once I had built up the courage, but this arranged marriage bombshell dropped first. I finally managed to talk to Rohan about it, really talk, away from prying eyes. He was as horrified as I was. He confirmed his parents were pushing it, too. He respects me immensely, cares for me deeply, but he sees me as his sister, his confidant, not his wife. He even admitted, hesitantly, that he's also seeing someone else casually, someone his parents would absolutely disapprove of because she's not from our background. We looked at each other, two people trapped in a cage, seeing our deepest fear reflected in each other's eyes. What do we do, Maya? He asked, his voice cracking. How do we get out of this? I didn't have an answer. My parents have cornered me. They've laid out the ultimatum: marry Rohan or be disowned. No financial support for my master's degree, which I'm currently pursuing. No contact with my extended family. No place in their home. The threat of social ostracization is real and terrifying. My parents have started referring to Rohan as my fiancé. They're calling his parents to discuss wedding arrangements. They're beaming, telling everyone how blessed they are. Meanwhile, I'm crying myself to sleep every night, feeling a suffocating dread. I tried to appeal to them again, more forcefully this time. I explained, in calm tones, that forcing me into this marriage would not lead to happiness. It would lead to resentment and a miserable life for both Rohan and me. I told them I wouldn't be able to look them in the eye if they did this to me. My dad's face hardened. You have become too westernized, Maya. You think only of yourself. This is for your own good. This is our decision. You will obey. He then added, if you truly cared for us, you would make us proud, not bring shame upon this family by defying our wishes. My mom just looked defeated, but offered no support. She only said, don't ruin your life, Beta. This is important. The pressure is immense. Every conversation feels like psychological warfare. I see Rohan and we can barely make eye contact anymore. The ease and intimacy of our friendship are gone, replaced by a thick, awkward tension and shared despair. Our bond, once our greatest comfort, is now tainted by this grotesque expectation. My friendship with him, the purest thing in my life, is being systematically ruined by the very people who claim to love me. And Alex. I haven't been able to bring myself to tell him the full extent of this nightmare. How do you tell the person you love that your parents are forcing you to marry your best friend? I feel like I'm leading him on, but I'm terrified of losing him too. He's the only beacon of hope I have right now. I feel so lost. Do I defy them and face the consequences of being disowned, losing my family and community, and potentially having to drop out of my master's program? Or do I sacrifice my true love, my friendship with Rohan, and my own happiness to maintain peace and family ties? How do I even begin to explain to my parents that they're not just arranging a marriage, but destroying their daughter's autonomy and soul? How do I make them see that true love and happiness cannot be manufactured, especially from a deep friendship? What do I do? What are my options? I'm desperate. I feel like my identity is being stripped away.